Hi, I'm here again with one of my top fives. This time it's one of my real top favourite bands, the Rolling Stones. Uh, this has been quite difficult. Around the number five album to put in there, I think there could have been several choices for number five. The top four sorted themselves out just which order I was going to put them in. So we're going to kick off. Feel free to disagree. If you want to put your top five in the comments, that's fine. It's all about opinion. On different days, I probably have a different opinion. So at number five, I'm going to insert this album. It's Black and Blue. It's got a lot of memories for me. It's quite a change album for the Stones at the time. Some people, in retrospect, thought it was an audition for the next guitarist, who was eventually Ronnie Wood, of course. There's Fool to Cry On You, Memory Motel, Hot Stuff, uh, Crazy Mama, yeah, Crazy Mama. It's quite strong tracks. There's ventures into cod reggae if you want, and all sorts of things. But that's the Stones. Fool to Cry is a ballad that got quite high in the charts. Some people were disappointed with it, but not me. I was a teenager at the time. When I was 75, 76, I think we're talking about. So it's got a lot of memories from feeling. That's probably why it got above Goat Set Soup. It's only rock and roll. Aftermath tracks, albums like that I was considering, but it's Black and Blue. It's got in there at five. At number four, we get to the real big hitters now. This is XL on Main Street, a double album from the Stones. Got the classic track Tumbling Dice in there as a single, but the quality of the songs are quite good. There's some real pearlers, and one of some quality of the tracks doesn't run off. Happy's on here with Keith on vocals, and it's just it's a for a double album. It's Sweet Virginia. It's got so many standout tracks that actually it's quite high quality, which not can be said of a lot of double LPs, particularly of the time. In at number three, now we really the top three could be interchangeable on different days. I'm feeling really with this selection. This is Beggars Banquet, Street Fighter Man, Sympathy of the Devil. Is there a better lead off track on the album? I don't know. This Jigsaw Puzzle, Prodigal Son, Dear Doctor. They're all classic tracks. Salt of the Earth. You mean No Expectation, Jigsaw Puzzle. Worthy of note is that this is been repackaged in the cover that the Stones intended it to, the toilet wall. It was rejected at the time for a plain white sleeve with the invitation sort of card on, but it's rightfully back in its intended sleeve there. And that's number three. That's Beggar's Banquet. Going number two. And this is the introduction of Mick Taylor into the band, although he did play on some tracks on the number one album. We're giving it away a bit there, but it's Sticky Fingers at number two. And as I said, on another day, this goes so easy. This is you can almost smell the drugs on this album. When it first came out, interestingly, it used to have and I did have an original with a zip on, but I lost it along the way somewhere. Been trying to get one back ever since because all the ones you get now have just got a picture. Used to rip up all the other albums next to it, so I had to be really careful. But and this is a fantastic album. Brown Sugar. I said Sympathy for the Devil is a great lead off track, but Brown Sugar must challenge it surely. There's some great guitar work, particularly from Mick Taylor on this album. Some of the longer songs, Can You Hear Me Knocking, etc. Sort of it's Sister Morphine, a heroin track. This is the Stones at their peak, I feel. Somewhere in the middle of this album is where they hit their stride after sort of some fantastic albums. But this is quite good. But it's not number one, so let's see what number one is. Number one, it's Let It Bleed in the Cake, I believe, baked by Delia Smith. So that's an interesting footnote. I'm sounding correct if I'm wrong. But this got Give Me Shelter, Let It Bleed, Love in Vain, Monkey Man, or The Country Honk, which is a country version. Can you imagine this album with Honky Tonk Woman replacing Country Honk there? Live With Me, Can't Always Get Where You Want, of course, and you forgot that one. Is a fantastic track. So that's the number one. I think it always will be because the Gimme Shelter is my favourite Stones track. So that's probably why that's pushed above Sticky Fingers, and Beggar's Banquet. But on another day, you know what you like. I'll probably change my mind. So that's my Stones top 5. More to come soon.